What's up guys, and welcome back to another video, the second video of today. I just figured with Kane injured, a lot of people are thinking about transferring it out because Mourinho said yesterday that it's probably going to be out for a couple of weeks. We knew earlier in the fall when Son was supposed to be out for a couple of weeks, a lot of people transferred him out, including me. And then he came back the next game and scored 4 goals or something, I think. So we don't know, but it looks like Kane's injury is going to be a little bit worse. I think he's definitely going to miss the game against Brighton. At least it looks like that now. So I just thought I'd make a quick video, a quick rapid-fire video showing what players I would go for if I would replace Kane for tomorrow. So the first player is going to be Calvert-Lewin. Great player, been injured for a while, was amazing in the beginning of the season, has dipped off a little bit since then and had the injury of course recently, but he's now back and he plays against Newcastle, which in my opinion is one of the worst teams in the league right now. They can't keep a clean sheet to save their own lives. I think that Everton will win the game, I think that they will score, and hopefully Calvert-Lewin is going to be involved. So if you want to transfer out Kane, then Calvert-Lewin is definitely a good option. Even a good captain option. Antonio as well, one of my favorite strikers to own right now. The next game is difficult against Liverpool. At home, Liverpool are struggling to keep clean sheets as well. And now I think Matip is injured, and I heard something about Fabinho not being available later. So it seems like the centre-back is going to be it's not going to be any of the senior players. So that might benefit West Ham. Attacking wise and be able to score. He's a great player. Long term I think he's a great option. So if you're thinking long term, then Antonio definitely a good option. If you're just thinking for 1 or 2 game weeks and then see if Kane gets back from injury and swapping back in for the player that you're getting now, then maybe Antonio is not the player. But Antonio had a lot of shots last game. He was unfortunate not to score even once. He should have scored more than once according to stats and when people watch him play. But it's a great option, definitely consider him. Watkins is a player that a lot of people are raving about. He scored now 2 goals in the last 2 games, like 1 in each game. I don't know, when I watch him play I'm not too impressed with him. And he went 9 games or something without even scoring a single goal in the fall. So it's not a player that I'm super impressed with when I watch him play, but he does score, and Aston Villa creates so many chances. If you are able to get Grealish instead, I would go for Grealish instead of Watkins if you're just going to go for one Aston Villa attacker. But short term against Southampton, that's kind of leaking defensively now as well. Watkins could definitely be a good shout. He does get opportunities, he does score as of lately, so not a bad option. Not my favorite option, but I know a lot of people like him, and I can see why. A player that I would maybe prefer is Alexander Lacazette. He looked really good recently. He's the type of player that needs to be served the ball, kinda. He doesn't create too much of his own. That's why I've always stayed away from him a little bit. But he scored now 5 goals and 1 assist in 6 games, which is really, really good. And it's only 7.5% ownership, so he's a bit of a differential. And they are playing Man United. I did put it as a grey fixture, because I think Man United defensively are struggling a bit right now. They don't seem to be able to keep a lot of clean sheets. So I think Arsenal definitely can score. Probably Saka is going to be involved, and maybe even, like I said, I think the Arsenal's fixtures in the upcoming 5 game weeks or so are a mix of okay fixtures and pretty difficult fixtures. But then it's getting a little bit better. So fixture-wise, it's not great, but I do think that he's a player that is going to score a couple of times in the next upcoming weeks, because he is really good on form, and Arsenal are looking better attacking-wise. And another player that you could go for, that the fixtures are not great in the short term, but in after like 5 or 6 game weeks, it's getting better. It's Danny Ings, and he's been injured for a long time now. Also a little bit differential with 8.4% ownership, but we all know what he can do in the Premier League. He just seems to be always like scoring a lot when he's fit and playing. And last year he was almost getting the golden boot. So he is a good player, definitely. It's a little bit of a risk together with Lacazette. I wouldn't say Lacazette is as much of a risk with Danny Ings right now, but both of them are good differential options that I myself would consider. And they're playing Aston Villa this game week. Aston Villa, I thought they were really good defensively, but they conceded 3 goals against Burnley, which they should probably not have conceded all those goals because it was really bad defending, but still, it just goes to show that you can definitely score against Aston Villa. So these are my options that I would go for. Obviously, you could go for anyone else as well, like Werner, Martial, Cavani, any of those, but they're way more risky. Werner could be a good option if he finds his form, and now with a new trainer, he's probably going to prefer the German players a little bit, so maybe he's going to get a lot of game time. We'll see. I don't want to go for any Chelsea attackers before I see how Chelsea plays under the new manager. But yeah, these are my options. Good luck tomorrow in the next game week, and thank you for watching.